Thank you for joining us here tonight on this episode of Beyond Compare Wrestling, and we are kicking it off hot with Kinzoku and Jacob Akane in the ring. Kinzoku just raining down shots on Jacob Akane. These two would not wait for the opening package. Kinzoku burst out from the back to take out Jacob Akane, and Jacob Akane with a big Samoan drop there. Kicking it off real hot in this episode here tonight. Fast and furious action right off the bat, and a big huge clothesline from Kinzoku. As I mentioned, these two could not wait for the bell, and this one could be over already. Jacob Akane with that big back kick off the second rope. And as we see here, it was Jacob Akane last time. He put Shizu through that car window in the parking lot. Shizu is the tag team partner of Kinzoku. And Kinzoku could not wait to get revenge for his tag team partner. He burst out on the scene here tonight. Head of fire. But when you're going up against Jacob Akane, that is a tall task. Jacob Akane is over 300 pounds, but Kinzoku, so far, he's holding his own. But could it just be a matter of time? And just really wrenching, grinding that foot right into the throat. And a kick out at one from Kinzoku. Kinzoku, he's a young rookie, but he's big, he's strong, he has the strength and athleticism. He is formerly from the SJPW dojo, so he has that technical background. He knows all the moves, he's just got to put them together. And against Jacob Akane, that's easier said than done when you're getting kneed right in the face. And coming up tonight, we have Victor Payne in action. We hear from Dirty Dawn. And the main event, Benson Hicks versus Tony Rizzo. What a main event that is. Two top contenders facing off in the main event of tonight's episode. And as we've seen from that package earlier, it was Jacob Akane taking out the tag team partner of Kinzoku, took out Shizu, put him through that glass window of that car, and it was Jacob Akane after the Random Draw 2 pay-per-view. He took out Shizu, he took out Travis Watts, and it was all because of that random stipulation that teamed up Travis Watts with Jacob Akane against Kinzoku and Shizu. And Jacob Akane is looking to take out all the members in that match, and he just might do it right here. 1, 2, ooh, and Kinzoku kicks out. This could be it. He's setting up for another big move. Oh, looked like he was setting him up for maybe a choke slam or that Samoan spike where he picks him up in the air and just slams him to the ground. But a PK kick followed by a big stomp. That's right to the solar plexus. Knocks the wind out of you, but Jacob Akane kicks out. So as I mentioned, Jacob Akane, he has taken out Travis Watts. He has taken out Shizu. All he has left to do is take out Kinzoku. And that is all because Mr. GM told him to find a tag team partner, win a match, so that Jacob Akane could face the Exiled. Jacob Akane, he has been wanting a piece of the Exiled for over a year. And he just cannot find a tag team partner, and he's been taking out his frustrations on everyone he sees. But look at this big forearms from Kinzoku. That's doing a lot of damage, and keeping Jacob Akane on the mat is probably a real smart maneuver. And a double stomp there. Hit him with the mini stomp before, and hit him with that double stomp there, doing double damage. Oh, and going here for a sleeper. I was just going to say, I don't think picking up Jacob Akane is the move, but if it's to do a sleeper, that just might be it. Looks like he's got it locked in pretty tight, but Jacob Akane with that stunner breaking up the hold right there. Now what's he got planned? Going for the snake eyes. Oh, that big splash right on the head too, not even on the body. Jacob Akane really trying to take out Kinzoku here with these head shots. And again, right to the head. Jacob Akane has zeroed in on that head, neck region. look at these shots here. In a big belly-to-belly, turning him inside out. Kenzoku smartly has to get to the ropes, but I don't think you're going to find much. Oh, and right there. I don't think you're going to find much of a break on the outside. If anything, that just gives Jacob Akane more room to play with some of the steel steps in the barricade. But he opts to throw him in, and is he going to go for that big splash? Oh, wants him to get up. What's he going to go for here? Oh, and that big chop. Again, right to the head. And Kenzoku's limp. Look at his leg. It's just dangling on the rope. That could be real dangerous, cause an injury. And this has got to be it now with that big splash, his finishing maneuver. 1, 2, got him. Jacob Akane, I won't call it a squash match because Kenzoku had some good offense. He had a good strategy coming out hot, but that was a dominant performance from Jacob Akane. He cuts through everyone he comes in contact with like a hot knife through butter, and today is no exception. Congratulations to Jacob Akane on picking up this big win against a very game Kenzoku.
Here is your winner via pinfall, Savage Jacob Akane. I have an important announcement to make in regards to tonight's main event. In the BCW World Title match at Random Draw 2, Tony Rizzo was viciously attacked by Dirty Don with a poison mist fireball to the face. This heinous and remorseless attack caused Tony Rizzo to have impaired vision for the duration of the match, and, in my opinion, cost him the BCW World Title. Now, Benson Hicks has firmly earned his #1 contender status, but I feel Tony Rizzo deserves another opportunity. So, tonight I have signed Benson Hicks versus Tony Rizzo. If Benson wins, he will be the sole #1 contender and will receive his guaranteed title shot in a one-on-one match. However, if Tony Rizzo defeats Benson, then Mr. Rizzo will be added to that match, making it a triple threat. Good luck to both competitors, and may the best man win. Well, here we go. We have our next matchup, but I'm still reeling from the two huge announcements
One, that the main event could possibly see another number one contender, and also that BCW will be debuting a new championship. But up next, we do have Victor Payne versus Crown Jewel, with implications for that upcoming tournament to crown a new champion. Can Victor Payne continue his win streak, or will Crown Jewel have the upset tonight?
He stands a towering 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighing in at 375 pounds. He is a freestyle wrestler who comes to us from Berlin, Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Victor Payne.
And here he is, the behemoth himself, Victor Payne, undefeated in BCW, as he mentioned. He is undefeated in singles competition. He did have that loss in the three-way number one contenders match at the Random Draw 2 pay-per-view, but he did not take the fall in that three-way. So for all intents and purposes, he is undefeated. He has an amazing record. He has that submission hold, that Cobra clutch that he's been putting people out with. Can he get it done here tonight, or will the big man from Britain get the upset? And here he is, the pride of the UK, Crown Jewel. We saw him in that Euroslam qualifier. He did not pick up the victory against Byron Cassidy, but he looked damn impressive. And Mr. GM, he wanted to give him an opportunity here in BCW. And what an opportunity he gets. He comes over from across the pond. And potentially, if he can do the impossible, he can insert himself into a BCW title tournament. Huge stakes here tonight, but the bell is rung, the match is underway, and we got a lot of man meat here in this match. It is big meaty men slapping meat in the second match of the night, and Victor Payne just coming out aggressive. And I think that is what really separates Victor Payne from some other super heavyweights, is he is ultra aggressive. Usually when you're a heavyweight, you like to slow it down, you like to pick your spots, hit a few big moves, take a break and recover that gas tank. But Victor Payne off the top rope. He is nearly 7 foot already. When he is on the top rope going to the outside, he's probably dropping 20 feet to hit that chop. And just not giving Crown Jewel a chance to even get out of the gate on this one. And as I mentioned at the top of this match, this is big meaty men slapping meat. We got Victor Payne. He is 6'9", 375. Crown Jewel goes over 300. It is nearly 700 pounds in the ring. And another big boot. And Victor Payne is pissed off. As he mentioned, he feels he should be the number one contender. He feels he hasn't got a fair shake at number one contender opportunities. Goes for the cover here, though. Could it be over? Crown Jewel kicks out. Victor Payne has had 2 opportunities to become the number one contender. The first was a 4-way over-the-top rope elimination battle royal. That was over a year ago to determine the number one contender at the Urban Warfare pay-per-view. And then just a few months ago, at the Random Draw 2 event, he competed in a 3-way submission match. And it was Benson Hicks who will be competing in our main event, tapping out Grizzly Mac. So Victor Payne, he wants that fair shake. He wants those one-on-one matches because, fair enough, he is undefeated, so I cannot blame him there. But that is a huge announcement from Mr. GM. BCW will be introducing a new championship. We do not have any more details than that, but I'm sure we'll get some in the coming weeks. But Victor Payne, he wanted something a little extra, and wow, if you can go right to the semifinals in a tournament, then you are 2 wins away from being the first ever champion. That is a huge advantage, and that puts, everyone in that tournament is going to be at a disadvantage when you have Victor Payne in the tournament. But having Victor Payne already in the semifinals, that is almost sealing the deal to have Victor Payne be the first ever champion of whatever championship will be introduced. But more on that in the coming weeks, because Victor Payne is just wearing out. Crown jewel right here, but they got to get back in the ring. The count's getting higher. I don't know what Mr. GM would do if there's a count out on either end for this one. At the Random Draw pay-per-view, there were some count outs, and we saw some matches restarted, so we'll have to see how that would play out if that comes into effect. But right now it's a moot point because Crown Jewel is setting up a big drive-by kick, and he nailed... Oh, a drive-by knee. Going for that extra bit of damage, going for the knee. And when you look at the quads of a Crown Jewel, and he is just taking a walk, I think he's trying to walk out that knee. Doing the old saying of walking it off. I think he might have jammed up that knee when he hit that big knee on Victor Payne's massive head. And now he's picking him up and just slams him down, going for that big elbow drop like we've seen him do in the UK. Trying to pick up some momentum and adrenaline by feeding off the crowd. But Victor Payne reverses into a huge clothesline, and that is a massive bicep to take a clothesline from, but Crown Jewel kicks out at 1. Oh, but here we go here. There's that Cobra Clutch that I was talking about. It's been putting people away left and right. It is a sleeping pill that no one has been able to get out of. He's cinched it in real deep. Crown Jewel's got to do something. He looks like he's fading. He could tap at any point, and he rolls it out. Rolls it out, follows it up with a big boot. Has he surprised Victor Payne? 2? I'm sure Victor Payne uses a lot of energy squeezing in, trying to suck the life out when he applies that Cobra Clutch, but a shot right there to the throat. Crown Jewel going for broke on that one, hitting the throat of a Victor Payne. A big elbow drop. Goes for a big elbow drop on the side where Victor Payne has that eye patch, reduced visibility. I don't think he saw that elbow drop coming. Oh, and he goes for a submission of his own, picking up the 375er. Going for a submission of his own. And it's a very similar maneuver. It cuts off that carotid artery, restricts the blood flow, restricts the oxygen. He's going to try and make Victor Payne pass out, but those kidney shots shot to the liver. Oh, and a big clothesline. Victor Payne is really homing in on it now, and now he's setting it up. He's calling a shot right here. Crown Jewel very slow to get up, and is he going for it? And he is. No one's been able to get out of this maneuver twice. Crown Jewel struggling. He's got to roll out. Oh, and he taps. He tapped or he passed out, but either way, he is motionless in the ring. Victor Payne picks up the submission win again. When it comes to Victor Payne, much more of the same, and we've seen the odd competitor get out of this maneuver once, but we have not seen anyone get out of it twice. Once Victor Payne locks it in the second time, it has sealed the deal. It is a death sentence. You are going out. Well, Victor Payne, he picks up the victory here tonight, but the bigger story is he has advanced to the semifinals of the upcoming tournament to crown a new champion. What a night of BCW action. We still got the main event, people.
should listen to the Brotherhood. They know firsthand what we can do, and we are getting more ruthless with every match. Congratulations on becoming #1 contenders again. You may have proven to BCW management that you have earned a rematch. You have not proven anything to us. So I'm issuing a challenge for next week. Either one of you two versus Ultimo Nightmare is Ultimo Nightmare is Ultimo Nightmare in a one-on-one match. Step up and prove you are worth of facing us again. See you next week.
Well, there we go, a challenge thrown out by Xander from the Exiled, but let's take a look at the recap between this rivalry between Benson Hicks and Tony Rizzo in our main event up next. It was at the Random Draw 2 event that Tony Rizzo and Benson met backstage before Tony Rizzo had his world title shot against Dirty Don. And it was Benson Hicks who picked his shot. He picked his horse in the race on that one, and he picked Dirty Don because of all of Dirty Don's cheating. Benson Hicks has faced Dirty Don before in that three-way match back in episode 3, and he wants to get his hands on Dirty Don again. But Tony Rizzo, he took offense to that. And they had this altercation backstage, and it was Tony Rizzo at that Random Draw 2 event. He came up short against Dirty Don. Even though Tony Rizzo didn't like it, Benson Hicks was correct. Dirty Don had something up his sleeve with that Poison Mist Fireball. Dirty Don retained the BCW World title, and now tonight, with the stipulation in this three-way match, it could be a triple threat. Benson Hicks versus Tony Rizzo versus Dirty Don for the world title in the next world title match. But Benson Hicks, the last time, as I mentioned on episode 3, the last time Benson Hicks was in a three-way world title match, it did not go his way.
The following contest is your main event of the evening and will be a singles match.
So that brings us to right now, main event time, #1 contenders eliminator. Tony Rizzo wants back into that #1 contender picture. Mr. GM thinks he deserves another chance, so he made this match, but Benson Hicks, he wants to remove all challengers. He wants a one-on-one match against Dirty Don. Who is coming out with the win? Will 3 be a crowd? Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BCW head trainer, Mr. Tony Rizzo.
And here we go, Tony Rizzo making his way to the ring, and as that lower third graphic said, in that Iron Man match at the Random Draw 2 pay-per-view, Tony Rizzo picked up a pinfall victory against Dirty Don. And in the near 2-year history of BCW, no one has been able to pin Dirty Don, so that is a huge accomplishment, and I think that is the main reason why Mr. GM has given Tony Rizzo another opportunity here tonight. Can Tony Rizzo pick up a pinfall against Benson Hicks and earn another shot at the BCW World title?
He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed 220 pounds. He is a technical brawler and striker from Dallas, Texas. He is the redneck, Benson Hicks.
And here we go. He is the #1 contender. He is on a 9-match win streak. Can he extend it to 10 in a row? Benson Hicks, he's coming out here. He is playing it up to the crowd. He is full of exuberance. He's looking good. He's feeling happy. But in his heart of hearts, he wants Dirty Don. It's been nearly 2 years that Benson Hicks has been chasing another opportunity at the BCW World title. And he got that opportunity, but he's got to face off one more challenge, remove one more variable here tonight in Tony Rizzo. But Tony Rizzo, he wants that one more chance at Dirty Dawn. Can he get it? We're going to find out right now. Benson Hicks with a huge headbutt to kick off this one. And these are two top contenders. Benson Hicks, the current number one contender. Tony Rizzo, the former number one contender. These two men are top of the food chain, top of the heavyweight division right here. And what a main event it is. Two top contenders fighting for a shot at the title. That's what you want to see here in BCW. And that's what Mr. GM has delivered here tonight in a DDT from Benson Hicks. And we did the backstory. We didn't have time for the tail of the tape, but breaking down the tail of the tape quickly here right now. Benson Hicks, he's the smaller, lighter, faster competitor. He is that former Golden Gloves boxer. That's why he's got those fists taped up. He can hit you with a big shot, get a flash knockout. He's going to be going for the strikes. And of course, he has that worm maneuver into the elbow drop that he calls the red, white, and bruised. That is his finisher. That's what's been putting people away. Whereas Tony Rizzo, he's over 6 foot, over 300 pounds. He's going to have the strength advantage. He's going to have the size advantage. He's going to be able to do a lot of big maneuvers and do a lot in a short period of time, just like that maneuver, picking him up and just slamming him down on the outside, and now working the knee to try to slow down Benson Hicks for this match. So both men, as I mentioned, top of the singles division rankings, but for very different reasons. Both men have very different attributes and very different strengths. So it's going to be about who can implement their strengths here tonight. And speaking of strengths, just a shovel driver on the outside, really taking advantage of the outside and those thin paddings, transferring all that kinetic energy and all that weight that Tony Rizzo has right onto Benson Hicks. But Tony Rizzo looks like he's walking a little gingerly. Still might be gassed from that Iron Man match at the pay-per-view, or he could have just did something right here in this match. Just speculation at this point, but he was walking gingerly on the outside, trying to walk it off just like it was in the last match. And speaking of strength, Benson Hicks going for a big maneuver and just pushing him out of the air, just shoving him off, really wrenching on that leg. And now going for some shots here. Oh, and very uncharacteristic, biting the fingers. And I guess that's a smart maneuver. You're going to think twice about throwing a right hand if you got your fingers bit. Benson really trying to work on that head and neck. Sound strategy from Benson Hicks, because Dirty Dawn hit that dirty driver on Tony Rizzo multiple times in that Iron Man match. So I think if Tony Rizzo is coming into this one with an injury, it's got to be on his head from all the shots. Not to mention that poison mist fireball singed a bit of the... Oh, and a referee bump right there. Tony Rizzo, such a big man and a lot of weight coming off, accidentally hitting the ref. Don't think he did that intentionally, but the ref is still down. Oh, and he goes for a big crossroad. That was a beautiful maneuver from Benson Hicks and really generating that torque and momentum on the spin. And now uncharacteristically going to the top rope. Oh, it goes for a Rana. I believe Benson Hicks calls that one the Americana Rana. That is a maneuver we do not see from Benson Hicks. He does not pull out much lucha maneuvers. Oh, and giving a little dance there. He's feeling good after hitting that one, and I would too. Maybe Benson Hicks watched our recent Cinco de Mayo episode and picked up a thing or two from that one. Check that one out if you have not already. And a big boot from Tony Rizzo and just stomping him. And Tony Rizzo not getting flashy on this one. Just a lot of kicks, a lot of stomps, a lot of knees. Oh, what's he got here? Oh, it just slams him right to the mat. Wheelbarrow style, just picking him up. Oh, and a big chop there. Oh, and another one there. Brutal. I think the only thing that saved Benson on that one was that leather vest. The leather maybe providing a bit of padding. against those brutal chops, because that is like a Kodiak bear slapping you across the chest. Benson, now is he going for it? Oh, and he's setting him up. Rizzo is down. Benson is feeling it. He's calling a shot right here for that red, white, and bruise. That elbow drop to the solar plexus. That'll cause all the air to rush out of your lungs. Shock the body too. Benson Hicks almost able to get the 3. Tony Rizzo kicking. Tony Rizzo kicking out on that one. Oh, and we saw this one at the pay-per-view. This is how he won that submission match. Tapped out Grizzly Mac. He was just wrenching on the elbow now. Trying to pop that shoulder and elbow out of socket. Tony Rizzo's fighting it though. Benson Hicks not able to get as much torque as he was at the beginning. And Tony Rizzo's so big, so strong. He's got those massive shoulders. You are really going to have to wrench if you were a Benson Hicks to get Tony Rizzo's shoulder to pop out. And now Tony Rizzo, speaking of pop out, pop-up power bomb goes for it. Oh, but kick out at 1. That is sending a message. That is mental warfare right there. I know Benson Hicks, he wanted to wait as long as he could to kick out of that one, but that is sending a message to Tony Rizzo saying you are not getting injected into the BCW World Title picture. But Tony Rizzo, he has all the skills to do it. He has all the physical attributes to win this match and get another shot at the BCW World Title. And he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Ground Benson Hicks, hit these big maneuvers like that pop-up powerbomb. And Benson Hicks, he's on that 9-match win streak. You're just going to have to try and grind him down. Whereas Benson, he was going for that Alabama slam by way of Texas. And what's he got here? Oh, springboard into the spinning DDT. Springboard tornado DDT from Benson Hicks, and that's what Benson's got to do. Oh, and is he going for it now? Is he calling his shot again? Sets him up again. And Tony Rizzo's looking gassed. He's looking hurt. He's looking sweaty. It looks like he might be out. And Benson Hicks, he's going for the red, the white, and the bruised again. Solar plexus. Causing all the air to rush out. Can he get the win here now? 2. Got him. The undisputed #1 contender for the BCW World Title, Benson Hicks. He was able to seal the deal. Picks up the win here tonight. Locks in a one-on-one match with Dirty Don. And these two had beef before the match, but will we see a handshake? And we do. That's what you want to see from two fan favorites, settling it during the match, squashing the beef, and having a handshake at the end. That is what you want to see from a BCW main event, and what a main event it was. And we kicked it off red hot tonight. Jacob Akane taking on Kinzoku, extending his singles record to 8-1. Jacob Akane was absolutely dominant here tonight, and he steamrolled through Kinzoku. And then speaking of records, Victor Payne now 11-0. Big, huge win over Crown Jewel, and he advances to the semifinals of that upcoming tournament to crown a new champion. And then, as we just seen, the undisputed #1 contender for Dirty Don's BCW World Title, Benson Hicks, picks up a huge win against former #1 contender and top-ranked competitor Tony Rizzo. Benson Hicks has no more roadblocks in his way. He is getting that one-on-one BCW World Title opportunity.
On the next episode of Beyond Compare Wrestling,
we have a huge announcement from Dirty Don. Grizzly Mac is back in action, and as we seen earlier, which one of the Game Changers will answer the challenge from Ultimo Nightmare? You gotta tune in to find out. So thank you for joining us in this one, and we'll see you in the next one.